Hello students, welcome to your data communication and computer network class for 4th sem IT. In the previous video, I have discussed about conversion of digital data to digital signal and digital data to analog signal. And in this video, I will discuss about conversion of analog data to digital signal. After completion of this video, student will able to know about analog to digital conversion and the method used in analog to digital conversion like pulse code modulation and delta modulation. So let's start. First of all, why to convert analog data to digital signal? As we know, microphone creates a analog voice and camera creates a analog videos, which are treated as analog data. And to transmit this analog data over digital signal, we need the conversion of analog data to digital signal. And we know that analog data are continuous stream of data in the waveform and digital data are discrete data. And to convert the analog wave into digital data, we use two methods. First is pulse code modulation, that is PCM, and second is delta modulation. So let us discuss about pulse code modulation. The pulse code modulation is the most common technique to change an analog signal to digital data. It is also known as PCM. And a PCM encoder has following three processes. The first process is sampling. It takes sample of analog signals. Then quantization, then encoding. These three are the process of PCM encoder. Then the block diagram of PCM. So the first of all, analog input is good for sampling. Then after sampling, the sampled output is processed with quantizer. Then quantized output which go for encoding process. Then the digital output is generated. Okay, so these three sampling, quantizer, encoding are the process of pulse code modulation. So let us discuss this process one by one. First is sampling. The first step in PCM is sampling. Sampling is a process of measuring the amplitude of continuous time signal at discrete instant. Means we measure the amplitude of an analog signal at a different time, okay, at a discrete instant, and convert the continuous signal into discrete signal. There are three sampling methods. First is ideal sampling, then natural sampling, and flat top sampling. Then the first method is ideal sampling. In ideal sampling, it is also known as instantaneous sampling process. And in this method, analog signal are sampled in a time interval. Okay, in a particular time interval or in a instance, we take the sampled value of an analog signal. Okay. And in natural sampling, it is a practical method of sampling in which pulses have finite width equal to t. Means pulses with finite width. So the pulses have different amplitude and the amplitude are sampled. The result is a sequence of sample that retain the shape of the analog signal. Then flat curve sampling. In flat curve sampling, in comparison to natural sampling, flat of sampling can be easily obtained. In this sampling technique, the top of the sample remain constant by using a circuit. Means in this case, the amplitude remain constant for a particular pulse. This is the most common sampling method. So this is the figure of sampling, different sampling. First one is ideal sampling and impulse at each instant. Means we measure the amplitude at each instant. And in natural sampling, a pulse of short width with varying amplitude. Okay, so this green lines are pulse with different amplitude. Here amplitude are differ, but in flat top is amplitude, a pulse of short width with a fixed amplitude. Here the amplitude are equal. Okay, here in the pulses with short width, the width is same and the amplitude are also same. And in sampling, we consider a theorem, that is Nyquist theorem. An important consideration is the sampling rate or frequency. According to Nyquist theorem, the sampling rate must be at least 2 times the highest frequency contained in the signal. Okay, means twice the highest frequency. It is also known as minimum sampling rate and given by Fs equal to 2 into Fm, means twice of highest frequency. Then the next process is quantization. The result of sampling is a series of pulses. Okay, means the output of sampling is series of pulses with amplitude value between maximum and minimum amplitude of a signal. The set of amplitude can be infinite with non-integral value between two limits. Then the next are the step of quantization. We assume that signal has amplitude between Vmax and Vmin, and we divide into L zones which of height d, where d equal to Vmax by Vmin, Vmax minus Vmin by L. Okay, means maximum amplitude minus minimum amplitude by L. And the value at the top of each sample in the graph show the actual amplitude. The normalized pulse amplitude modulation value is calculated using the formula amplitude by D. After this, we calculate the quantized value which the process selects from the middle of each zone. The quantized error is given by the difference between quantized value and normalized PM value. The quantization code for each sample based on quantization label at the left of the graph. Okay, so this is the method to quantize the sample output. Then digitization of the analog signal is done by the encoder. After each sample is quantized, the number of bits per sample is decided. Each sample can be changed to an n-bit code. And encoding also minimizes the bandwidth used. So by this method, we can convert the analog signal to digital signal, analog data to digital signal. And there is a other technique that is known as delta modulation, which also convert the analog data to digital signal. Since PCM is very complex technique, the other technique have been developed to reduce the complexity of PCM. The simplest is the delta modulation. Delta modulation finds the change from the previous value. The modulator is used at the sender side to create a stream of bits from analog signal. The process record a small positive change called delta. If the delta is positive, the process record a 1, else the process record a 0. The modulator built a second signal that resembles a staircase. The input signal is then compared with gradually made staircase signal. And delta modulation have following rule for the output. If the input analog signal is higher than the last value of the staircase signal, increase delta by 1 and the bit in the digital data is 1. Okay, if the delta is increased, then it will be 1. If the input analog signal is lower than the last value of the staircase signal, then it decrease delta by 1, then the digital data will be 0. Okay. So this is the delta modulation process. It takes a delta value, and if the delta value is increased by the previous value, then it will increase and the value will be 1. Okay, and if the delta value is decreased, here the value is decreased from the previous one, then here the digital value is 0. Okay, so by this way we can process a analog data and convert it to digital signal. So by pulse code modulation and delta modulation, we can convert the digital analog data to digital. Thank you.